Welcome back to our channel, coin lovers and collectors. In this video we're diving deep into one of the most iconic coins from the United Kingdom, the 1980 50 pence coin. This beautifully designed coin featuring Queen Elizabeth II on the obverse and Britannia seated beside a lion on the reverse has a story that stretches back more than 4 decades. Although millions were minted for circulation, finding one today in very old condition or with unique toning makes it a fascinating collectible. We'll explore how to recognize its key features, understand its market worth, and see why this coin holds a special place in British numismatic history. So if you have a 1980 50p coin tucked away somewhere, watch till the end. It might be worth more than you think. Let's get started. The 1980 50 pence coin was struck in Cupro-nickel and weighed around 13.5 grams with a diameter of 30 millimeters. This was the so-called large type 50p coin, quite chunky compared to the modern version we see today. The obverse features the famous Arnold Machin portrait of Queen Elizabeth II with the inscription Elizabeth to DG Reg FD 1980 around her bust. The reverse side, designed by Christopher Ironside, depicts Britannia seated beside a lion holding a trident and an olive branch, a design that had been a traditional symbol of Britain since the 17th century. Collectors love this particular design because it represents continuity between pre-decimal coinage and the modern decimal coinage introduced in 1971. Now, even though this coin is not especially rare compared to some commemorative issues, its condition, minting quality, and historical appeal still give it a certain level of desirability in today's numismatic market. In 1980, approximately 89,775,000 50p coins were minted for circulation, making it one of the higher mintage years for the large-sized 50p. That means, in simple terms, the coin is not scarce in absolute numbers. However, time has a funny way of making even once common coins harder to find in pristine condition. Many of these 1980 coins were heavily circulated, exposed to wear, scratches, and tarnishing from decades of everyday use. Coins in very old or worn condition, sometimes with scratches and faded features, don't attract much premium over their face value of 50 pence. But if you happen to have one that is uncirculated or from a brilliant uncirculated set or proof set, the story is quite different. Collectors will pay more for those due to the sharp detail and mint luster. If you own a 1980 50 pence coin in very old, heavily circulated condition, the value is usually between 50 pence to £1 GBP, which is essentially face value to a small collector's premium. For coins in good to very fine condition, you might get between £1 and 50 pence and £3 GBP from a casual beer. However, if your coin is in uncirculated or proof quality, the value increases significantly. Brilliant uncirculated examples can be worth £4 to £6 GBP, while proof versions, often from Royal Mint presentation sets, can fetch £8 to £12 GBP, sometimes more if the packaging is still intact. Of course, values fluctuate depending on market demand, collector interest, and the platform where you sell on. Auction sites like eBay, some sellers list these coins at inflated prices, hoping for lucky buyers, but realistically, the true market value lies within the ranges I just mentioned. An interesting factor for collectors is the difference between circulation strike coins and Royal Mint sets. In 1980, the Royal Mint also produced coins for collectors in proof condition as part of annual sets. These proof coins were struck using specially prepared dies, resulting in sharper detail, mirror-like fields, and a highly attractive appearance. If you come across a 1980 50p coin that has a particularly shiny or polished surface with crisp details, chances are it might be from such a set. Those are more valuable and should be stored properly in a protective case or capsule to maintain their condition. Many collectors seek these higher grade coins for their type collections, especially since the large 50p design was later discontinued and replaced by the smaller version in 1997. When it comes to grading, condition really matters in determining the worth of your 1980 50p. Collectors use terms like fine, very fine, extremely fine and uncirculated to classify coins. A coin in fine condition will show heavy wear with Britannia's features worn down and Queen Elizabeth's hair details flattened. A very fine coin will still show some good detail, but with clear signs of circulation. Extremely fine coins will have light wear but retain most of the original design sharpness. And finally, uncirculated coins or mint state coins will show no wear at all, only slight bag marks or minor imperfections. From the minting process for investors and serious collectors, the uncirculated and proof examples are the most desirable, and these are the coins that command the highest premium in the marketplace. The 1980 50 new pence also represents a significant period in British coinage history. This was the time when Britain was fully accustomed to decimalisation, and the 5p coin was the highest denomination in general circulation apart from the £1 note, since the £1 coin wouldn't arrive until 1983. The large 5p was seen as slightly bulky, and over time people found it less convenient in pockets and wallets. This dissatisfaction eventually led to the redesign into the smaller 5p we know today. So in many ways the 1980 5p captures a transitional era. It is both a functional coin of its time and a piece of numismatic history now frozen in the past. Let's also talk briefly about the international collector market. Even though the 1980 5p is not rare in the UK, collectors abroad often find these coins interesting, especially those who enjoy British royal memorabilia or historical coins of Queen Elizabeth II. In countries like the United States, Canada and Australia, British decimal coins are sought after as part of Commonwealth collections. For those audiences, the coin may carry a little extra premium beyond its UK market value, especially if sold as part of a set or alongside other coins from the same period. Some online dealers even sell bulk lots of these large 5p coins as nostalgic items, appealing to both new collectors and people who simply love British culture. For anyone looking to buy or sell one of these coins, I always recommend researching current listings, checking auction results, and comparing conditions carefully. If you're a seller, presenting your coin in a protective holder and taking clear photographs of both sides will make a huge difference. Collectors love seeing sharp details in the Queen's portrait and Britannia's features. If you're a bear, be cautious about overpriced listings that exaggerate rarity. Remember, the 1980 50 new pence is a collectible but not a scarce one in general circulation condition. The real gems are the uncirculated and proof versions, so if you want an investment piece, those are the ones worth targeting. In conclusion, the 1980 United Kingdom 50 new pence coin is a wonderful piece of British numismatic history. While it may not make you rich overnight, it certainly has value for collectors and for those who appreciate the artistry of coins in very old, circulated condition. It's mainly worth sentimental or small collector value around its face worth, but in high grade or proof condition it can fetch much higher prices, sometimes up to £10 or even £12. More importantly, it tells the story of Britain's journey through decimalisation, the reign of Queen Elizabeth II, and the evolution of the nation's coinage. So if you have one in your possession, treasure it as a link to the past, and who knows, in the future, as fewer of these coins survive, their value might rise even higher. Thanks for watching, and don't forget to like, subscribe and share if you enjoyed this deep dive into British coinage. Until next time, happy collecting.